I'm there to serve the people of the community. Unlike my colleagues who are there to serve themselves. Now, Chairman was elected in 2016, and because of his performance, his own colleagues, his own party members voted him out of office. We then saw becoming the chairman. But you will know that Sik Shamsher is a businessman and he's not corrupt. He earns his own money, he has his business, and he was serving the people in accordance with Chapter 2802 of the Constitution. He was serving according to that. Much to the dislike of his colleagues, they decided, nah, there's not a man for the job. He's too clean. He's doing what the people want him to do, which is to serve the people. But they didn't like that, so they voted him out. And there goes Mr. Zaman Shaw back in office. And the rest is history. Now, before this meeting, I had the opportunity to walk around a small area in Montrose. And I was very disappointed to see the amount of garbage that is piled up in front of people's homes. Now, mind you, I can take a brick from where I stand and I can pelt it and it will land on the NDC building. That is how close the office is to this area. And it pains to see every year millions of dollars are being spent, and look at the conditions we have to live under. And this is not only Montrose, all the communities across this NDC. I live in Viceless, and as a councillor, there are times I will have to pay for my garbage to be collected. Even after you as a ratepayer pay your taxes, and millions are being spent annually, but then you can't get the service you deserve. So I say to you, Montrose, the time is now to make a choice and make a difference. We cannot continue living under these conditions. It would not change by itself. It takes you, and it takes me, and it takes all of us to vote for the APNU, who promises, and we would have seen from 2015 to 2020 the conditions we were living under. Our drains were well kept, our garbage were collected, and we live a decent, clean, better life. And mind you, we didn't have oil money at our disposal. So just think about what we can do with oil money at our disposal. Because we're not corrupt. We're not there to serve ourselves. We're there to serve the people who elected us to serve them. And my track record can show you that. I challenge any one of them on the council to point a finger at Councillor MacArthur and say that he's corrupt. I challenge them. Bring the evidence, as they would say, that I'm corrupt. I am there. I've seen many councillors over the years, PPP councillors that is, resign. Some of them choose not to come back because it is too much to sit and see the advantages that are being taken from the taxpayers across this NDC. I had the choice that I could have said, look, throw up my hand and give up. But I knew if I did, nobody will be there to expose them and hold them accountable for what they do. Hence, I am still there. Yes, there are times when I feel like, look, you know what? This will make it. Because they are hell-bent on serving themselves. I've received a lot of complaints. I've seen a lot of persons come to the council when we have meetings, and they are totally ignored. But you know what? In times like these, they will come to you. They will tell you all sorts of nice things. Vote for me, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll make you happy, I'll do this. But you know what? As soon as you vote and they get into office, they don't even want to talk to you. When you come to the office with a complaint, they shut you down. You can't even speak. You have 2 minutes to speak, and if you don't say what they like, they say, oh, that's enough. You can go. But when you look, you see those very councillors, when elected, they come to meetings sometimes on a bicycle, sometimes they take a taxi, sometimes they walk. But soon after, their life changed significantly. You live among them, you can see their houses are well kept. They drive nice fancy cars. Every 2-3 years they change another car. Right? And that happens not because they are well paid at the NDC. The money we collect at the NDC as councillors are called stipend. It's a small amount of $7,000 a month. Now, I must admit, if they can turn $7,000 a month into such niceness, I want to know the recipe. Because I would like to have my house looking as nice as theirs. I would like to drive the fancy cars like they do, you know. So it boggles my mind. But then when I think it through, there's only one thing comes to mind. It's corruption. It's your money and my money is being spent as if it's their money. So I say to you, residents of Montrose, be smart. Open your eyes. You know what's happening to you. You have an opportunity now to make a choice and make a difference. Because I tell you what, if you don't, you will have to complain for the next 5 years. And it's not going to be easy. So I encourage you, take a stand. Come September 1st, vote APNU, vote for a change for all of our lives to be better across this NDC. I thank you. Have a good evening.
Give it up for Councillor MacArthur. All right, Councillor MacArthur giving you, the stories from home in your area. We know that many of you understand the issues because you know what? When you go to the supermarket, when you go to the market, you understand the pressure your pocket feels during this time. Although they say that Guyana is the fastest growing economy. And after the PPPC government has spent over 5 trillion Guyana dollars, this is the state that we're still living in. We still can't buy all the fruits or all the vegetables we want on the market because it's so expensive. So Montrose and all those looking on, when you go to those polls on September 1st, these are the things that you must remember. Your bread and butter issues, the things happening in your community. Because when you go to that poll and you vote, you are voting either to remain in this state of poverty that this government has kept us in, or you will vote to put yourself, your children, and your grandchildren first in this beautiful country. I want to invite another speaker to the platform. She is also a councillor, but not of this NDC, but she is here to speak to you on the issues that matter the most to you and ensure that you understand that when you are voting for the APNU coalition, you are voting for the betterment of yourself, your children, and country. I want to welcome to this platform none other than Miss Marcia Gordon, who hails from the east coast of Demerara, as she will speak to you. Miss Marcia Gordon. Good afternoon, Montrose. I greet you with the name of the APNU. From far, from near, who's looking out from the veranda, who's standing on the bridge, we greet you in the name of the APNU. Now this afternoon, I'm given a task to talk with you. And I want to tell you some of the things that we, the APNU, will give to you. Now, with the APNU, we are guaranteeing every Guyanese, I say every Guyanese, not the friends, family, and favorites. Every Guyanese a living income to every household. I say every household, not pick and choose. Every household will be given a livable wage, regardless of the size, race. With our people-centered development strategy, we are putting the people first. We will end poverty, increase wealth and income, increase the income of every Guyanese to live a comfortable and decent life. Guyanese today are living from paycheck to paycheck, income to income. They cannot survive on one salary. They have to work many jobs to sustain their lifestyle. And mind you, it's a simple lifestyle. Guyanese must benefit. Guyanese should benefit from our oil resources. We are a rich people. We must not be getting the scrum while friends, family, and the favorites are getting the bigger part or portion. We deserve better. And with the APNU in government September 1st, we are going to make it happen. We are going to put the peace of this country first. Every citizen of this country, Guyanese citizens of this country, should live a better life. We are going to improve your living standards, free from financial burdens, free from employment woes and worries, because we are going to provide monies in your pockets and jobs so that a young teenager or a school leaver or a graduate can be gainfully employed and have a livable income. We are going to give you that by putting monies into your pocket. Gone are the days when persons will be living to fend for their family day to day. Under the APNU, we are going to make it possible. We are going to make possible. APNU is putting the people of this country first. You hear me? We are going to put you first. So we have to do what is right. And we can only do that if you vote the bomb. Because we cannot do it alone. You have to vote APNU, and so that we are given the opportunity to put you first, so that you can have these benefits. The PPP is very corrupt. They are incompetent, and they are financial prostitutes. When I say they are financial prostitutes, they're robbing our country of millions and billions of dollars that we as the citizens are rightfully entitled to. They are wasting our resources. They are building roads. We cannot eat sand, stone, and cement and steel. We cannot serve our children a plate of sand. We cannot serve them a plate of stone. How are we going to make life easier for our children when they are stifling off these resources to their friends, their family, and their favorites? Guyana has potential, and we, the APNU, will put you first. We will make every citizen in Guyana have a better life. They will have monies in their pockets. We in the APNU will put the oil resources in the hands of the Guyanese people. You deserve better. You deserve to have your resources and benefits. So come September 1st, vote APNU. If Guyana is to grow, the PPP must go. If Guyana is to grow, the PPP must go. We have to see the backs of the PPP. Montrose, the PPP has returned Guyana to an unsafe environment, a country, to the unsafe days. Look how many killings is happening under the APNU. If you can, under the PPP, if you can recall, under the APNU, when we were in government, extrajudicial killing was something in the past. But now, since they come into office, the PPP has sheltered the criminals, has sheltered the gangs, sheltered the police officers. Look Just the other day, killing non-stop. Young Adriana Young, 11 years, and her life was snuffed out cruelly from her body. If you didn't feel any hurt, no sorrow, you are not a human being. I can say every individual felt that death. And if you didn't feel that death, something is wrong. And you know what? The killers walking scot-free on today's day. But come September 2nd, we are going to do an internal and independent investigation. Justice must be served for young Adriana's mother and father. They must get closure. And so many others. Look at the Henry boys in Barbies. Look only the other day, the boys that in Hill Linden. And so many more before that. Just the other day in the backplace of the Haslington, young Quindon Bacchus was murdered. And justice is not served because the police are covering up. They are the actors on behalf of the government. If Guyana is to be a safe place, we must vote the PPP out. Our children must walk free. Our children must be safe. If Guyana is to grow, the PPP must go. We have to vote them out. The PPP have a hand in the have you living handsome out. My comrade was saying just now, the cost of living is very high. When you go to the market, you can't go with a $5,000 anymore. You cannot go to the supermarket with a 5,000 anymore. Because a 5,000 would buy a bag of rice and a 10-pound flour done. You can't even get sugar. You cannot live like that in an oil-rich country. While they are giving contracts to their friends, their family, and their favorites, they're spending the money there, giving them big boys the contract, and the money sharing within that circle. While we, the poorer class people who put them there to look after our interests, they are not doing that. They want to get rich fast, and we must not allow it any longer. We must not live in this crisis any longer. If Guyana is to be a better place, the PPP must go. We cannot survive with another 5 years of the PPP. Woe be unto our children. Our children's future is at stake. I am going to tell you some things that we are going to give you, the people of this country. My colleague mentioned a few of family just like anybody else, because Guyana is a country with lots of resources that can benefit the people. And anybody telling you that you need to work 2 jobs to live comfortable is a person you have to ensure that they see the back of government come September 1st. So Montrose, I want to introduce to you our final speaker tonight. And I don't believe he is a stranger to the people of Montrose or anybody in this country that is following what is happening. All of you who are experiencing the hardships in this country, all of you who have those hidden complaints that you're afraid to come out, I want to also remind you before I call this speaker, your vote is your vote. Nobody needs to know where you go and vote come September 1st. When you go in that vote, and you vote twice, one for the general election to the top, one for the regional at the bottom, and you put that X, you are voting again, I say, for the betterment of yourself, your children, and the future of Guyana. This speaker that is coming, as I said, is no stranger to your TV, to your internet, we know a lot of persons are they're savvy with technology now, looking Facebook, looking TikTok. This is the man that goes into Parliament and goes around and puts fire on the PPP. He is the man that is looking over the concerns of all the regions and the local government authority areas, working to make your life in your communities better. This is the man that is going to be your vice president come after September 1st. This is the man who will ensure that you see in your communities that good life, that life where we are putting people first, come after September 1st. That man is Mr. Garnet Maipo. Welcome to Montrose.
Good evening, Montrose. Forgive me for my voice. I'm all around the country delivering the message, and that is why I don't have the best of voice for you, but I trust you are hearing me. And I first want to say thank you for allowing myself and the previous speakers to enter your homes through our voices, but more so for allowing us to drop to you a flyer showing what is it that we are committing to do. I want you to know that we are well informed, and in all the previous elections, this particular community has a record of voting for the People's Progressive Party, and that is your democratic right. You enjoy the right of deciding who you will vote for. And as I have tracked back from since 2006, I saw resoundingly this community voted for the PPP. In 2011, you did the same. In 2015, you did the same. In 2020, you did the same. But in those previous elections, Guyana was not as rich as we are today. Guyana did not have the amount of money that we now have in the public coffers. But you stayed the course with the PPP. And after 5 years of having tremendous resources, of staying the course with the PPP, it is an embarrassment that they could not have put up street lights in your community. That is the simplest of things that your government could have done for you. It is an embarrassment that investment in your community by way of making walkways so people can walk on proper concrete as opposed to the side where there is mud. It is an embarrassment. After 5 years, the PPP could not have given you that. It is more an embarrassment to know that the NDC chairman and vice chairman lives in this community, and it is not one of the best communities in this country. That also is an embarrassment. The question you must ask yourself, people of Montrose, is your vote really being taken seriously? Ask yourself, does the People's Progressive Party value your vote? If they had valued your vote, then you would not have been out here in the dark. You would have been out here on the street lights. If the chairman and the vice chairman of the NDC had valued your vote, then empty lots like the one that I'm seeing right in front of me would not have had a jungle on it. If the NDC and the government had valued your vote, then you would have had a proper playground. If the NDC and the government had valued your vote, then garbage collection would have been a priority. And that is why you have to ask yourself today, is my vote valuable to the PPP? And the answer, based on what I am seeing, is clearly it is not. Several persons from this community, when we did our walkabout, they said to us that they're hoping for a change. They are hoping for a change because they are frankly fed up of the stink, wicked and dirty People's Progressive Party. And my response to them was, don't hope for it, go and vote for it. And I say to you here tonight that the change you need, do not hope for it. Just go and vote for it. You have to understand that your vote is your power. And if your government, after 5 years, could not have delivered basic services to you, then they are not worth having your vote again. Politics in Guyana has changed. Politics in Guyana is moving in a positive direction, where people who look like me and people who look like Shanika can coexist peacefully, and they can move in the direction of focusing on issues as opposed to race. And that is a positive, a great positive. And that is why I am saying to you that when you go to the ballot box, and you are going to put that X where you know your vote will be valued. You know, I am extremely proud
of the 2015 to 2020 period. And I'll tell you why. I remember a community called Wakenham. It is an island in the Essequibo River. That island, the votes that come out from that island is always a majority for the PPP and a minority for the APNU. In fact, the majority has always been 1,600 and more, and the minority has always been 400 and a little bit more. But when President Granger came into office and he visited Wakenham and he saw that there were no street lights in Wakenham, he immediately delivered 100 street lights to Wakenham. When he saw that the road condition in Wakenham was in a deplorable state, he immediately delivered asphaltic concrete roads around the island. When he saw that the schools were in a deplorable condition, he immediately moved to improve them so that they can be conducive for learning. I tell you all of that, Montrose, for you to understand that the APNU is not a government that will look at the red state and the green state. We will not look at who has supported and who did not support. And as the person in the APNU that holds responsibility for local government and regional development, I am committing to you that when we take government on September the 1st, 2025, your community will be well lit with street lighting because you deserve it like all across Guyana. I am committing to you that we will have adjacent to the road proper walkways or what you call sidewalks so people can take their evening strolls, and even those who are coming home late, they will have a nice corner to walk on. I am committing to you a transformation in how NECs function, a transformation of how the local government system works. And if there is no confidence in your chairman and vice chairman, you will have the opportunity to chase them out because they are clearly failing you. I say to you in closing that the change you deserve is the change that you have to initiate. The change that you deserve is the change you must vote for. You have entrusted the People's Progressive Party with your votes all the years gone back. And after 5 years of so much money, of so much wealth, of so much in the political and economic coffers, you have gotten little to nothing. So I say to you, vote wise, vote for the APNU, and allow my government, allow my president, a lean, clean, and green Aubrey Norton, allow our Prime Minister, the first indigenous woman that will hold that office, Uretta Finance, to bring massive development to you. Look, I'm standing underneath of a street light and it can't even come on. That is what I'm talking about. Your community clearly was left behind. And I'm saying to you that we will not leave any community behind because for Guyana to grow, the PPPC must go. For Guyana to grow, the PPPC must go. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Ganesh Paul, for that delivery. And I want to thank you, the residents of Montrose, for listening to us, for coming out on your verandas, for standing by your gate and ensuring that you hear what we intend to deliver to you. Because I know that you are a people of wisdom, that you are a people who want to see the true development in your country. You want to feel safe. You want to be able to live comfortably in your country. And that is why you listen. So come September 1st, I ask of you to keep all the things that we would have said in mind and the things that you know that you deserve, that this current government hasn't given to you, but can be given to you. So when you go to those polls on September 1st, you will go and vote for the palm of your hand that will be on top of your ballot, and you will be voting twice. You will vote to the top and you will vote at the bottom. One time for general election and one time for regional election. You will look for the palm of the hand with the symbols inside, and you will vote for that change and for that prosperity and for putting yourself first. You will vote for a partnership for national unity, the APNU, come September 1st. I thank you, Montrose. I thank you.
I vote in a no one else but